It was a Tuesday morning, December 9th, 2024. I sat at my tiny kitchen table, winter sun barely shining through. I opened my banking app. Less than $100 in checking, savings empty. Panic hit. How did I get here? I worked hard but had nothing to show for it. Bills piled up, credit card maxed out, shame and failure weighed on me. Living paycheck to paycheck, one emergency away from disaster, this was my rock bottom. But sometimes you need to hit bottom to find the strength to climb up. That moment was my wake-up call. I'd been avoiding my finances, spending without thinking, trying to keep up with friends. Behind the scenes, I was drowning in debt and anxiety. The stress affected my sleep, my relationships, my peace of mind. I deserved better. I decided to take control. No more excuses, no more hiding. First step, face the truth. I gathered my bills, logged into every account, wrote down every dollar I owed. The total was shocking, but finally, I knew where I stood. It wasn't pretty, but it was my starting point. From this moment, things would be different. I was ready to fight for my financial future. This was the beginning of my journey, to save $10,000 in 6 months. I realized I'd been spending to fill a void, not to build a life. I needed a plan, not just hope. I promised myself, no more running, no more denial. I would track every dollar, every cent. I would learn, adapt, and push through discomfort. I would build habits that lasted. I would forgive myself for past mistakes and focus on the future. I would celebrate small wins, not just the finish line. I would ask for help when I needed it. I would remember my why every single day. I would not let shame hold me back. I would become the person who could handle money, not fear it. This was my turning point. I was done being stuck. I was ready to change. My journey started now. $10,000, 6 months. Let's go. A goal needs a reason, a powerful why. Mine was simple. I wanted an emergency fund. I was tired of living in fear. Fear of my car breaking down, getting sick, or an unexpected bill. $10,000 would cover 6 months of essentials. That number felt huge, but it meant security. My motivation went deeper. I wanted freedom. Freedom from debt, from stress, from feeling trapped. I wanted the option to leave a job I didn't love, to pursue a passion, to travel someday. Money wasn't about buying things, it was about buying options. This vision became my North Star. It guided every decision, kept me going when I wanted to quit. I also needed to pay off high-interest credit card debt. That debt was stealing my future. Every dollar toward debt was an investment in myself. The plan: build the emergency fund first, then attack the debt. I wrote my goal, $10,000 by June 9th, 2025, on paper, taped it to my mirror, made it my phone wallpaper. Seeing it daily made it real, achievable. Writing it down was powerful. It focused my mind and energy. It turned a dream into a plan. I was ready for the hard work ahead. My why was clear and it fueled every step. I wasn't just saving money, I was building a new life. I was determined to make it happen. This was my promise to myself, and I wasn't going to break it. A goal without a plan is just a wish. I needed a blueprint to reach $10,000 in 6 months. The math? I had to save about $1,667 a month. My take-home pay was only $2,200. Cutting expenses alone wouldn't cut it. I had to earn more, too. I created a zero-based budget. Every dollar had a job. I separated needs from wants, got brutally honest. I found leaks in my spending and plugged them. Then I brainstormed ways to boost my income. I set a goal: earn an extra $800 a month from side hustles. Breaking the big goal into monthly targets made it manageable. I opened a high-yield savings account, my future freedom fund. I set up automatic transfers. $400 moved the day after payday. Paying myself first made saving automatic. Out of sight, out of mind. This system kept me consistent, even before side hustles kicked in. My plan was ambitious, but it gave me clarity and direction. I was ready to take action. No more guessing, just doing. Every step was mapped out. I had my roadmap. Now it was time to follow it. My budget revealed my biggest money leaks: dining out, subscriptions, impulse shopping. I was spending hundreds on takeout and unused services. First Dragon dining out. I banned restaurants and takeout for 3 months. I learned to cook, meal prepped every Sunday, and deleted delivery apps. Next, subscriptions. I canceled all but one streaming service, ditched the gym, and stopped every subscription box. It felt like an instant raise. Last, impulse shopping. I unsubscribed from marketing emails, unfollowed brands, and used a 30-day rule for non-essentials. Most urges faded after a month. I realized I wanted the thrill, not the stuff. Each victory made me stronger and more in control. I learned to ask, is this a need or a want? Does it align with my goals? My spending habits transformed. I became intentional with every dollar. The dragons lost their power. My savings grew faster. I felt empowered, not deprived. Cutting back wasn't punishment, it was freedom. I was finally in charge of my money, and it felt amazing. Cutting expenses wasn't enough. I needed to earn more. I focused on 3 side hustles: freelance writing, pet sitting, and food delivery. Writing was my main gig. Early mornings, weekends, building a client base online. Pet sitting was fun and flexible. Extra cash plus puppy cuddles. Food delivery filled in the gaps, just a few hours a week, but every dollar counted. Juggling all this with a full-time job was exhausting. But seeing my savings grow kept me motivated. I tracked every extra dollar and celebrated small wins. The side hustle sprint was intense, but it worked. I hit my monthly targets, sometimes even more. I learned new skills, built confidence, and expanded my network. The extra income made my goal possible. It also gave me options for the future. I proved to myself that I could hustle when it mattered. The hard work paid off. My savings account grew faster than I thought possible. I was proud of every dollar earned. The grind was worth it. I was building a new life, one side hustle at a time. Slashing my food budget was a game changer. I went from $400 a month on takeout to $200 on groceries. Meal prepping every Sunday became my secret weapon. I focused on cheap, healthy staples: chicken, beans, rice, frozen veggies. I planned all my meals, cooked in batches, and froze leftovers. My freezer became my best friend. No more food waste, no more last-minute takeout. I packed my own snacks and coffee, saving even more. I swapped restaurant outings for potlucks with friends. Eating at home was healthier, cheaper, and more fun. I didn't feel deprived, I felt empowered. Every dollar saved went straight to my goal. I learned to enjoy cooking and got creative with recipes. The savings added up fast. I proved you can eat well on a tight budget. Meal prep wasn't just about food, it was about freedom. I took control of my kitchen and my wallet, and I never looked back. My car was draining over $500 a month. I lived in a city with good public transit, so I parked my car for 6 months. A transit pass cost $100, saving me $400 every month. The adjustment was tough at first. More planning, more walking. But soon, I enjoyed reading and listening to podcasts on the bus. I biked for errands and used car sharing only when necessary. I got more exercise, less stress, and huge savings. After 6 months, I sold my car and used the money to pay off debt. I realized I was happier without it. Ditching my car was one of my best financial decisions. It simplified my life and supercharged my savings. Sometimes what feels like a necessity is just an expensive habit. Challenging that belief unlocked massive progress. The extra cash went straight to my goal. My journey sped up. I gained freedom, not just money. Less stuff, less stress, more savings. And I never missed the car. This journey was hard. Temptation and exhaustion were constant. I stayed motivated with a visual tracker, a giant thermometer on my wall. Every $500 saved, I colored in a new section. Seeing progress kept me going on tough days. I found support online: blogs, forums, podcasts, and a few close friends. Sharing my goal made it real and gave me accountability. I celebrated milestones with small, meaningful rewards: a coffee, a new book. These treats kept me from burning out. I reminded myself of my why every day. I forgave slip-ups and focused on progress, not perfection. I learned to enjoy the process, not just the outcome. Building a strong mindset was as important as building a strong budget. I leaned on my support system when I needed encouragement. I tracked wins, no matter how small. I kept my eyes on the finish line. The journey was a marathon, not a sprint. I stayed resilient, even when it was tough. And that made all the difference. 6 months later, I hit my goal: $10,000 saved. I cried tears of joy and relief. I proved to myself that change is possible. If you're overwhelmed by your finances, know this: you can do it too. Start by tracking your spending. Knowledge is power. Create a budget, even if it's scary. Set a specific, meaningful goal and write it down. Look at it every day. Let it motivate you. Start small. Cut one expense. Pack your lunch. Cancel a subscription. Every small change adds up. Find ways to earn extra income. Side hustles, freelance gigs, whatever fits your life. Automate your savings. Pay yourself first, even if it's just a little. Be kind to yourself. Mistakes happen, just get back on track. Find support, tell a friend, join a community, celebrate your wins. This journey is about more than money. It's about confidence and freedom. You are capable of amazing things. Your journey starts today. Take the first small step. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Progress, not perfection, is what matters. Celebrate every milestone. Build habits that last. Believe in yourself. You've got this. Your new life is waiting.